where we help cure those hearts. Yeah, I am sounding so horrible. I'm telling you. Something is just really messing with me. But I'm not giving up on us. Even though I sound horrible, I'm not giving up on us. Now, this is actually a really great topic. And it's about reset my opportunities. I didn't even know I had wrote that on today. So that is really cool that I talked about that, because literally when I do these topics, that's my whole day. Fighting for my life back. Yesterday was actually really me fighting for my life back, because I tell you, it was too much stuff going on. My daughter was just doing too much. And I had to tell her, okay, you doing too much. Sit down. You know what I'm saying? And then I had my beautiful little designs, and people made comments about it, but I ain't let it stop me, because you know what? For once in my lifetime, I created something that nobody has never thought of. Okay, my drawing ain't all that. It sure ain't. But it's creative. It's different. And it's not like no other. So I created a dress out of my drawings. Is that cool? Yes, because it's weird. And it's not like no other. So yeah, people would laugh and they'd be like, what is this? But I will wear it. Because you know what? There is ugly sweaters out there. It sure is. There is different techniques out there. But to create your own dress with your drawings on it and your website on it, I think it's really amazing. Man, I like the topic, what we just said, if I remember what we were just talking about. Look, reset my opportunities. Yes, we got to reset it. Because you know what? For too long, I had waited. I just was waiting for people to approve of where I should go. Allowing people to tell me what fits for me. Allowing people to guide me where they see they self at. You know what I'm saying? And I did all of that. I'm that type of G, yes. I'm a great listening ear. I really am. So I just moved in other people's dreams. You know what I'm saying? And so when I finally just left, you know what I'm saying? I felt bad when I quit the job, because I knew that would really ruin my finance. But then I didn't want to be there. You know what I'm saying? And you wouldn't know, because my energy, you couldn't tell I don't want to be there. I knew where I wanted to be, and it was in fashion. I loved I loved what I do. And my friend even tried to put me in another insurance place. And I said, that's not where I wanted to be. Sometimes in life, we go places that we really don't want to go because we need to pay bills. And I started to do that a lot, to where I'm like, I got to get this done. But then I started having some issues with my daughter, and it was getting really serious. It wasn't no joke. Seizures, her behavior, and the babysitter could not deal with that. You know what I'm saying? No daycare center. I never would put my baby in that in the first place, because there's too much stuff happening in daycare centers anyway. I'd rather just watch my child myself if it's that serious. And so I was a G. I'm like, ain't nobody want to watch this baby. Poof, there it is. I'll watch it, because I'm not finna be dealing with it. So when I quit the full-time position, had just gotten a raise and everything, I did at first. When you got your mindset on something, you got your mindset. My mind was not set on that job anyway. But I went back to apologize. I didn't want the job back. I just went back to apologize for my actions. A year later, and ever since I did, I felt really great about it. There was no guilt in me no more. And that's because a stranger came up to me and told me, even if you don't get the job back, just go back and apologize because obviously it's hurting you. And so I was trying to come up with ways of how I'm going to do it. And then I started writing that letter out, and it felt so good. Then, what did I do after? I ended up going to college. Was it the best thing that I ever did? Yes. And even though it was only for 8 weeks and my daughter was acting up, I only went for studies. Then opportunities was resetting for me. So I got into the business so quick. 2018 in college, 2019 already have business. Whoa, you know? So what happened was, when I was out there in the world talking to different strangers, they all were very positive. They were. They loved the way I talked. They loved my stories. And my manager would come up and tell me, you know, girl, you need to make a blog. Why won't you just go ahead and make yourself a website? When she told me about making that website, every time I see this manager, she gave me a notebook. She has given me food. And most importantly, she didn't think about, you know, the job then. She thought about my opportunities. She thought about my dreams and goals. That's what you talk about. That's what you're talking about, a manager. A manager is somebody who not just worried about you working for them, but even wanting you to go towards your goals by plotting some ideals out there. And whether you take those ideals or not, too many people had told me to create my own blog. When I created a blog, I didn't see too much people being engaged as much as they were engaged in my Facebook post. Did I give up on my opportunity of having my own website or getting on YouTube and really talking to people about life? Did I give up? No. During the time of the business, I was having school calls. I was having random computer shutdowns. It was something trying to still stop me from working. I had to close my schedule because my daughter was not doing too well. And she continued to act up in school. But not only that, I had to close it because it was just too much for me to keep spending my money, you know what I'm saying, on unnecessary things. And I feel like it's unnecessary to spend your money to have somebody wash your child when you can just try to find someone, you know, to help you out a little bit. But I was always the type of person is, I'm going to pay you anyways because it is a task to, you know, watch kids. So was I a manager to these people who were watching my kids? Yes, I was. And I started to learn that you can't drop your kid off on everybody. You know what I'm saying? I started to learn that some people weren't really doing their jobs. They was in there talking about me in front of my children. So they were making it harder for me versus making it easier for me. And it's like, okay, I dropped my kid off for you to watch them so I can go to work. I didn't drop them off for you to talk about me and I'm paying you. That's not what I paid you for. And so I had a lot going on. during that child care issue. First of all, had to be careful because people were trying to high price me and they weren't really doing their job. Or gimmick me, knowing that, first off, I watched they kid for free, and then you want me to pay you this amount of money and bring food in your house? Oh no. So I started to say, Marquayla, you're going to make a huge decision and it might mess up your finance. And as I made the huge decision, it was the best thing I ever did, because I was able to see who really cared when I became, I can't afford this, compared to I can. I started to really see who was really for me. Guess out of those teams, of those people who claimed to love me, how many people that was there when I was pronounced broke? Yeah. Barely cared. Tell them what's going on with my kid. Barely cared. Tell them what I was going through. Rarely cared. Telling them that stuff go out. Rarely cared. Just did not care. And so I started saying, you know what? Me quitting was the best thing ever, because I was able to see who really cared when I didn't. If I couldn't do for these people no more, would they still be there for me like I was there for them? Poof, there it is. Zero. They was walking out. They was getting upset because I began to say, I'm taking care of my baby. I'm taking care of my child. I'm making sure she good. And they started disappearing. But then it's so funny, they try to flip the script. Continue to play that blame game. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, no, don't play it. I'm going to create my own business and hope for the future. I'm going to do something different that won't interfere with the way that I parent. This is not interfering with it. Me working on the weekends ain't interfering with it. I have been blessed, although it's been low. It's been low because I chose to, because of my concerns. When you worried about your child, you worry about your child. And ain't nobody can understand that. But your baby is your baby, and whether or not they want to judge you, stick their nose out, and act like they ain't never sinned in their entire life, let them do that. Because a sin is a sin. And I began to say, the opportunities for me, I'm ready for it. I'm ready for the new opportunities now that I was able to see when I quit how many people really cared. Not so many of them. And then when you talk to them, you can feel that tension. You can feel the tension when someone really does not want to hear you. I ask God every day to increase my opportunities for me, because I know that I am a great person. And even though I do talk a lot, it's not that ordinary talk. It's that talk that you just begin to say, I'm reading the Bible and God said in his own words, if someone has wisdom, you listen to it. My co-worker, Rita, I really love her because of her joy and her strive for life. And one day she told me, and I hurry up and wrote it down because I like to write down memories. And she said, the more smarter you get, the more challenges come for you. And I started to realize that when I wanted to get more educated, I was in college, but I only went for studies. See, when you are a single parent home, a lot of people want to talk about you, but they ain't going to help you. When you are a single parent home, a lot of people will tell you what to do, but they ain't going to help you. Most people will look down upon you before they lift or pick up anything for you. They are okay with you whining and dining them and making them look gorgeous. Versus them doing that for you. You know how many people wine and dine me and actually wanted to do it? Only a few. Not too many. Not too many did it out of their heart. They did it just because, to prove a point. Some people that I really needed them to where they so shocked that I went to go find help. Oh no, I'm not going to sit here and wait for anybody to help me. If you don't want to help me, I'm going to find help. God says that. There's so many people out here. I just came to you because I knew you. And I knew that I was thinking, because I did a lot for you, that you wouldn't even mind to help me. See, I don't ask for nothing. And if I ask you for something and you tell me no, and I really needed you, I will never ask you for nothing again. You will never really hear me again. If you are hesitant of helping me during my struggle or during my struggle, I'm hesitant of helping you during your struggle, because it works both ways. If you can't do for me when I need you the most, I can't do for you. I'm not about to be running like I'm Captain and I'm a superhero. See, God said it's okay to help people, but not to the point where you are getting burnt out and people are just taking from you and they can't help you. So you running around here helping everybody else and you still struggling on the ground? Oh no, that is not of God. That's of man. And you got to find someone that's going to help you make sure that you ain't going to be on no ground, especially if you've been there. What's wrong is wrong. A lot of people don't want to say that. So when I asked God to increase my opportunities, He did. I was opportunity of babysitting someone else's kid. I had received random money. And then I started this business. Did I get any money from it? No. Am I worried about that? No, because I have a job. It might not be as much, but I have a job. I was blessed actually at my job to work those 3 days, because usually I only work 2 days. They gave me all 3 days. I was blessed. My job makes me happy because I feel like it is home. You're leaving home just to come back. The manager really touched my heart when she encouraged me to create my whole website right after I just got out of college. And I did it. I didn't even know how to make the blog. I didn't even know really if I really wanted to get on camera and really do these documentaries every day, these kind of theories and themes and stuff like that. I didn't know if I was capable of doing it. But I knew I had to be doing something because I wrote. I did write a lot, but I'm still writing. But now I have a lot of things added to the plan. When I created that dress, this was the first time in history when I was in church and the pastor was talking about God is the fulfillment in your life. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people be fulfilled by people or fulfilled by their kids. And most of the people were saying, you know, he said, what fulfills you? You know what I'm saying? And so I told him, what fulfilled me was I just created my own dress. That was the first time that I can ever say I did something for myself. Whether anybody like the dress or not, it's my dress and I'm wearing it. It's my life and I'm wearing it. It's my body and I'm wearing it. It's my, and I ain't gonna let nobody stop me no more. When you've been shooken in a crash and there was an accident, you don't play with your life no more. When you've been shooken by death, when you see a family member dying in your eyes and you trying to save them and they scared to even come to you because they knew they were dying, there's no way that that trauma would stop you from living your life and would make you want to live your life. Not dying to live, but living to die. If I would have died in that crash, I still lived my life. I had my own place. I worked 2 jobs. You feel me? And I took care of my babies. I did really good. But if I would have died right now, I just left a whole legacy. I worked 1 job. I took care of my kids. Then I created my own business. And I went to college. And I got some self-therapy. I went to counseling. And I had a lot of opportunities. I lived my life. When I say God increased my opportunities, He increased it when I made that dress. And hoping that it comes before my birthday. Because I did something that a lot of people don't do. Create something of their own. Marquayla the Life Speaker is a handy-made job. It came randomly right after I got out of college. 2019 come right in February. Too many people were encouraging me. A lot of people will encourage you. That's angels. It doesn't matter. When you hear something that God planted in their mouths, you take that ordeal and create it. And you know how many people were shocked that I actually did it? Or when you plot something out your mouth, I'm going to do it. This blog, this YouTube channel is the best creation ever. This dress that's coming soon is the best creation ever. Me getting off of social media was the best thing that I can do. Because most people so busy want to run around and tell your business, and instead of checking on you, they waiting for you to post something. And you post something, they going to run their mouth instead of just going to talk to you. Now you got a whole blog page. Your blog mean money. You know what I'm saying? And you got a whole story page. They looking like, oh no, I ain't gonna check that because you gotta pay for it. You'll see the difference. When I started pronouncing, I got my own blog page, I got my own website, a lot of people felt some type of way. My stories don't deserve just to be on a regular post. My story deserves to be in its own page. I am blessed and highly favored. I'm above, not beneath. God sent his angels to rescue me. When I was alone at night, God covered me up inside to make sure that I was okay. Each and every day, me being sick, me going through what I'm going through, God still was there for me. When he said he wasn't going to leave me, he meant that. Marquayla, the life speaker, when I continue to talk about me, and me, it's encourage people to understand that I was not perfect. I lived my life being everybody else besides myself. So I had an identity problem. I had a beauty problem. I had insecurity problems. I had a lot of problems, man. Guilt problems, depression problems, suicidal problems. Just problems. Now I don't have those problems no more. I am clean. And whether anybody claps me or not, I lived my life. I don't care what people say about me. They can look at me all they want, but they're sinners too. So sinners sticking their nose all high up like they ain't never did nothing in their entire life. Like their sin is so much better than someone else. People spend most of their time judging people versus actually being there for them. Time is precious. So when you're wasting time sticking your nose, you're going to stick your nose when I be high up to the sky and you wondering, how she get on that airplane? Because I'm not going to be worried about someone judging me no more. I'm getting sick, letting people get to me. I ain't going to let it do it. So, increase my opportunities, Lord. Now, I can't draw. And that's the point. I can't draw. So I can put it on a dress and have people, really, they're going to be laughing at the dress, but it's humorous. It's funny. Right? It is funny. It's real funny when it starts to be making some sales, because people are going to be like, man, this is the ugly sweater. When they be buying them ugly sweaters, man, that's the ugly dress. And they be paying for it. Look, because when you create something of your own, you don't know what the door opportunities come for you. Do not let comments stop you. I have a drawing for you to laugh at. Now, yes, look at the drawing, right? What is that? What is that trash can? What is that big old looking thing? What is that rabbit doing? What is that? Well, I said negative comments. You're throwing this big old thing of negative comments in a trash can, okay? And then I'm standing, because I'm not going to let those negative comments define my future. I said, you have no power over me. And so, what is that thing right there on my face? That's my light. My light is so bright. You're not going to stop me from my goals and my dreams because you don't have no creations in your life. It's not my fault that you in that lovely water. It's not my fault that there's coals on your head. It's not my fault that you burning eternity. It ain't my fault. So, it's not my fault that you didn't live your life and I lived mine. So, my ugly drawing might hit the market in the future. You're talking about people wearing my dresses and maybe my own brand of bags, even my wallets. Not even that. The fashion market needs something new. Imagine this on a wallet. Imagine this face on a purse. Either way it goes, yes, it's going to cost me to build this business. But it's worth the money. I am sick and tired of being sick and tired of sitting here and letting people just talk. Negative comments have no power over me anymore. Marquayla, the life speaker business is increasing her faith. Because you know what? Most people who talk, where's their business at? Most people who talk, where is their business? Oh, they talk about it, but is they doing it? When's the last time they've been in school? When's the last time that they completed something that they said they were going to do? When was the last time they actually did what they said they were going to do? Most people like me, they'd be like, you have to have a license, you have to have a license, you have to have a license. Well, YouTube and that blog, I didn't have no license for it. And I just created my whole business. And I have my business cards out. And I didn't have to spend an arm and a leg because I didn't even pay for it. My dresses, I paid for that. But it was worth that money. Why? I ain't playing with this business. This is real. This is something that I always wanted to do. And it's fun because it's something that I see myself increasing in my life. I see this helping my family. I see this helping my daughters. Yeah. Why? Because they gonna need something. They gonna need to hear me. And what if I'm dead somewhere? Poof, there it is. My mama just left a whole... Not only if this YouTube channel got closed down, or if my blog page got closed down, I just left a whole store in my house. I got over 12 writings out. I wrote this stuff. I've literally spent most of my time plotting my life away. See, people, they think they finna play with me. They think that she ain't doing nothing. But I got a gun in my brain. And it's called knowledge. And if somebody is intelligent, you better run. See, because people see that I'm sweet. So they think they can bully me. They think they can say whatever they want to say. They think they can just use me. They think they can take advantage of me. So beautiful. But negative comments have no power over me. They can hold that old image all they want. They gonna hold it when they find out I done increased in my business. They gonna hold it when they find out I done ran without them. They gonna hold it when they find out that I did it without them. They gonna hold it when they find out that I made it without them. They gonna hold it. They gonna hold it for real. Because you left the wrong one on the ground. Congratulations. I'm glad I was left on the ground. I'm glad that no one wanted to deal with me and my children. Because you know what? When we really make it, just like Jesus Christ, when he died on that cross. When he died on that cross. And everybody was cool. When he healed up everybody. Everybody was cool when he had all them gifts for them. But when he said, all right, y'all, it's time to go for war. Nobody was really there. And someone had a negative comment to say about Jesus and his ordeal. All those people he healed traded on him. They traded on him. But guess what? Jesus kept walking up and he ain't never forget. He ain't forget. Then, when they killed him on that cross, and other people was walking through that water and they thought they was going to walk through that water, and they drowned. Be careful who you're treating poorly. Be careful who you're leaving on the ground. Might not be the right one. I am hard to find. I am not like no other. And if you watched me fall, or you left me to struggle, or you said that you wanted me to fall, so you were plotting for me to fall on my mountain, or most importantly, you talked about me behind my back, and I still held all your secrets. It's all right. It's going to be real funny. When I finally really make it. And guess what? It's funny actually because I'm doing something that ain't nobody do. I'm talking about my life. So Lord, continue to increase my business. So, in this, guys, don't allow those people who are negative to determine those huge opportunities that God has for you. God gave me a huge position. Poof, there it is. It's in my house. A lot of people don't know what I'm doing. They don't. They just think, man, you just working and working. That's it. And they don't know that I created my own dress. Some of them don't know I have a blog page, YouTube channel, or business cards. Oh, that's so funny. You live your life, baby, because I'm sure going to live mine. So on today's, I am going to give us a You know what? I don't even need to read the book because I'm going to just say it. God put a little heavens in our hearts so that we will never settle for less. So don't settle for just anything. Continue to keep going, even when other people think that you can't without them. You can do it. Because in the long run, they're going to miss you. They're going to miss you. They're going to start seeing the difference without you, to where now all those events that they had without you, all those dinners that they had without you, all that pushing you away, poof, you granted them a wish. You granted them a wish. It's a wish that they didn't want, though. So, don't settle for people just treating you any type of way. You deserve so much more. No one doesn't know, really, that Marquayla, the life speaker, is out there. But the business is finna go out soon. I only been up for a month. I just started. But guess what? It's about to come. There's going to be little rumors around that Marquayla just created her own business. Because when April 17 comes, and if that dress comes, and I wear that dress with my ugly drawings on it, with my link in the back, that is something creative. Most importantly, it's new. So trust and believe. When people are starting to think that I was sitting at home just chilling, or I'm sitting at home goofing off, when they see that dress on my birthday, if it does come, even if it doesn't, when they see this dress, it's going to blow their socks off. And I'm ready. I'm tired of people judging me. I'm tired of people talking about me. I'm tired of people saying all those things. They don't even know what they're talking about. They not in my house. They don't know what I do. They ain't sleeping with me. They not in my bed. They ain't nowhere near where I'm at. So I said, God, man, I'm taking my blessings back, because I was that one that threw all my blessings away and gave it to everybody else. I was that one. I loved everybody. I took off the clothes off my back. Took out food just to make sure people were fed. I did everything I needed to do for people. I was a people pleaser. But where I'm at now, I'm Marquayla, the life speaker, where we help cure those hearts. So I'm going to go ahead and pray for you and hope for the better for you. That you know that your opportunities that God has for you, He has it. And don't let nobody ever tell you that He doesn't, because He has something for you. Don't let nobody distract you from what God has for you. God wouldn't give you something you don't like. God will give you something huger, in a position to where He's going to give you something that you like, but He's going to increase your business. He's going to do something out of the ordinary where you're going to be like, you doing too much, Jesus. But take it, because Him doing too much is Him increasing your income, Him increasing your heart, increasing your joy, increasing all those things that He did for you. So even though a lot of people are looking at a young girl that had her baby at a young age, a lot of people are so bougie, and they forgot that they were in the bed. They forgot that they had, they forgot that they was doing that. They forgot where they came from. See, I didn't forget where I came from. Where I came from, forgot where they came from. But I learned something. Respect. No matter what, respect their wishes and keep pushing it. Because one day, when they see you flying across there, just like Jesus Christ, they're going to regret it. So go ahead and fly, man. Live your best life right now. Don't let nobody stop you. Don't. You will be okay. Oh, Heavenly Father, right now in the name of Jesus, I thank you for allowing me to speak to anyone who's watching this. And I ask you to continue to be with them and allow them to go towards their doors and opportunities. And you said you want them to enjoy the works of labor. So God, continue to send down those opportunities for these, whoever's watching that. Whoever is watching this video, continue to send them their blessings. Continue to send their opportunities. And allow us all to push forth in our life. In Jesus' name, I pray for us all. Amen. You'll be fine. Thank you for watching Marquayla the Light Speaker, where we help cure those hearts.